This is Asterisk, and I wanted to share with you a new exploration series. Well, actually, this is probably just going to be a single video. Um, this is going to be about trap jazz. Yes, trap jazz. So I've been uh, kind of exploring this particular style, and it's a little different um, from what I'm used to doing. But I wanted to explore this series because I am a jazz lover. Um, it's kind of one of those genres that I've listened to pretty much all my life and kind of grew up listening to. Um, so I'm very familiar with the genre already, but adding trap to it is a little different. And I know it's more about the rhythms. So what I've been doing is kind of working on this kind of the beginnings of one. So I had to do all the piano parts first. So I'll just audition what I've done so far. So let me just go over here. And also what's different, going to be different about this is that I'm learning Ableton Live 10, guys. So I am a native Reason 10 user. So my backstory on the Reason 10 diversion is due to problems I've been having with my computer and resource issues. So in my quest to kind of resolve those resource issues, I upgraded to Mac Pro 2013. And being the computer person that I am, I was able to really piecemeal one together. I bumped it up to 64 gigs of RAM, added a terabyte hard drive to it, and then I bumped the CPU up to 12 cores. And we're talking about a base Mac. We're like a 6-core Mac, which is like the base one configuration for this particular model. And in doing so, I thought for sure that that would resolve all the issues that I had been having with Reason. Well, it didn't. And I know that Propellerhead is, they're honestly working towards updating and upgrading Reason 10 and bringing it back to life and more in line with what's happening now. But I don't have time to wait. I really need something that's going to be stable and have a good workflow for me. So I got to looking at around, and I had actually looked at Ableton before, but what throws you about Ableton is this crazy interface. It's the session view and the clip view. It really throws you off. And if you're not really familiar with the workflow, just looking at it and trying to figure out how you're going to be able to record when you're used to recording on a timeline like this, I immediately deleted the demo the first time I saw it. So this time I actually delved deeper into it and I installed it, and I've been actually creating songs in it. So now I'm to the point where, yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and buy the full package version, but I'm not quite at the point where I know which one to get, if I'm going to get the standard version or if I'm going to get suite version. So I may end up with the suite version. So I was able to get the light copy. So now I have a license for light, which is good because then I could upgrade for at a lesser cost than actually out and out just buying the full suite package. As it is. So that's kind of the backstory on that. But okay, so let's get back to the trap jazz. So the very first thing I wanted to work out were the piano parts. And so far I have a chorus and have a verse. And what I want to do is break up the verse, and I'll put a kind of a transitional piece in here that'll take you back to the chorus. But here I'll just play back what I've done so far. Okay, so from there, I wanted to add some guitar. So I didn't want to all out kind of a rhythm strum kind of thing, but I wanted like kind of that washboard sound that you hear when they're like slapping um like the acoustic guitar. So I found a sound in the Native Instruments Contact. Um it's the oh, here, I'll just show you what it is. Go here. So this is from their strummed acoustic session guitarist contact player, and this again I have the Native Instruments Ultimate Complete 11 edition, and it's part of that whole set of sounds. So here I'll just play what that sounds like without the piano, so you can hear that. Okay, so I'm going to play them together. So basically, we just have the foundations of the rhythm. I don't know why I'm like hearing Sting singing something on this, man. Okay, so from there I think I want to add I know I want to add some real low end bass to it. So I think I'm going to use first I need to add another MIDI track in here. So that's the other thing, is getting used to the how you add instruments to it. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I guess after I got over the initial shock of the workflow of the clip view and the session view, I got a little bit more comfortable with it. There still are some things that are kind of gray to me, and I've been just kind of taking my time and reading the manual when I run into problems with things that I'm not really sure on how to accomplish in the program. And of course, there's gazillions of YouTube videos out there on this. So being able to find help or information has been pretty easy. All right, so I think I want to use my, let's see, where is it? One thing I have run into so far with this is the organization of VSTs in this program. It's really shoddy. And I've heard that it's not because of how Ableton handles it. It's the way that the manufacturers organize the VSTs, which is sad. I really thought that there was a standard for this across the board, Because look at this, it's like ridiculous trying to be able to find something simple in here. Um, I think sometimes I'm not always sure about what VST I want to use. Sometimes I just like being able to kind of scroll through, but I'm used to looking at it by manufacturer and not necessarily coming in here and having to deal with a heap of VSTs that I'm looking for something. So that kind of threw me off. So what I was looking for is this. Is the Heated Up 3 um, by Initial Audio. And Heated Up 3 actually just came out. I was using Heated Up 2. So this was a free upgrade for users of Heated Up 2. So I like using this program for a lot of my low-end bass stuff because the um, the sound set that you're able to get from it is just it's awesome. So let me go back. To all my expansions. So I have like a couple of their expansion packs: the 808 Massacre, version 1 and 2, Blackout, the EDM Monsters, Studio Essentials, and Trap Empire. And those are the ones that I kind of, when I initially heard them, I was really impressed by. So let me see if I can find this a low end bass that sounds okay. All right, let's go over to the 808 Massacre version 2. Okay, let's see what that one sounds like with it. Okay, and I've got to figure out how I want to do the rhythm for this one. I want something like really big sounding. Okay, I may have to switch over to. Let me go back to my contact player. I have to break out my tried and true ones. I have to dig into my Big Works sounds. I love Big Works audio. They have some really awesome contact libraries. All right, so let me go into my unorthodox 808s and let me just pull it over. Okay, almost. I think almost. I'm very close to finding one. Let's see. Da-di-da-di-da. Let's see here. What else we got? Okay, I think I've kind of figured out that might be the route I want to go. Let's see here. Maybe not so much right there. All right, let me see. I goofed up. All right, so now let me see. All right, now I'm ready. All right, so I think I've got it. All right, let's see what we got here. Alright, so it looks like I've got some bass going on now. Okay, so let me see here. Alright. And let's see here. You know what? Actually need to copy both of these here. So what I've been doing is kind of building things in pieces. And so the missing piece right now is the second part of the verse. And I thought I had a kind of an idea for it, but I think it sounds more like a bridge to me. So starting from here to there, transitioning into it sounds like a bridge instead of a verse transition. Oops. So I think that needs to be a bridge because it's more of transitional sounding. And it looks like I need to move it too. It's way in the wrong spot. Okay, so I need an intro. I need the second part of this. So I'm going to take a break for a second and then I'm going to think about it and then I'll come back. All right, so part two. Okay, I think I've kind of figured out where I wanted to start. So I think I'll just start out with just plain old piano. And we'll kind of build up into the chorus. The first one anyway. Verse. So I've had to really think about this song from a technical perspective because it needs to be more musical. Which is why I kind of started with the piano, just playing. So I kind of just started playing, and then just doing some chords, a little bit of chording. I think I'm still trying to work out the bridge, but I think I have like the kind of the transitional part of the verse. So this is what I have. I also think I'm hearing a little bit of some flute in this one. Maybe kind of a real funky kind of flute. And I'll have to dig through Omnisphere and see if I can come up with a really interesting flute sound. So, all right. So now that we have pretty much the core of it, I still need to tackle this bridge. I need to figure out how to put it in there. So, okay, I'm still thinking. But also in my thinking, I need to work on the drums. So the drums are what's really going to make it a kind of a trap song anyway. So I need to add another MIDI track. And I don't want it up there. So I'll put it down here. And I need to add the MPC, which is my favorite thing for drums. And the reason why is it, out of the box, the MPC by far has the best sounding drums that I don't have to manipulate to be able to make them sound good. So now, let me see how I want to do this. Let me see here. Okay, hold on, going back. Just kind of going through my stock expansion kits in the MPC. So what I'm listening for is overall sound. So I'm not just listening at the sniplet itself. I'm listening at the snares, what they sound like, and I'm listening at the hi-hats, how crisp they are, to see if that's what I want it to sound like. So if I linger on a sound or on a sample, I'm sorry, if I linger long time on something, it means I'm listening for the quality, overall quality of the kit itself and how all the sounds mesh together. Oh, good grief. Having some issues with respiratory issues. Okay, so I think there is a kit in here, or a sound pack in here by Tim Kelly, and it's like real heavy R&B sounding kits. That's straight up out the 90s. Okay, I think I like that one. Let's go with that. Let's see. I like the way the bass and the claps sound together. And it's got a really crisp snare. And the hats are not, they're okay. They're kind kind of subdued kind of sounding. Okay. Let's see how we're gonna do this. Let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna take another break and try to figure out these drums. So, after some additional thoughts, let's see. I wanted to change some things with the overall feel, so I've added a pad in here from the Gravity, and then I needed some additional like melody texture, so I added like a flute, and this is what I came up with. And a Vox is in there too. Transition sounds better when there's that pad in there, but I think I need to make it a little bit lower. All right, that's it. And then I'll continue to try to play with this bridge, but for now, that's a really good start for a trap, jazz trap song. So again, I kind of started with piano. I had some ideas for melody and some chords and that kind of stuff. And then I heard like a guitar kind of strumming kind of thing happening. I went ahead and added the drums just so you can get the overall feel for the song, but that's it. Well, I hope you like this one. Stay tuned. I have some additional stuff coming. Subscribe, like. I'm out. Peace.